Good morning, everyone. Doing some more live trading in Forex, foreign exchange day trading. All right, well, here's what we're doing. So, last few times we've been looking at multiple charts at the same time. We're going to see if we can get a little bit better win rate, I guess, or results just by looking at one chart. So we're going to be looking at the USD yen pair. So that's what we're doing. So what we're looking at looks like we're in the middle 30-minute charts, looking trendy to the upside, but it's got plenty of room to go back down to pressure. 5 minutes looking like it's drawing back to pressure, and it's touching it right now. So we'll see if it breaks through and goes down, or if it continues trend upward. So we'll just keep an eye on that and see if we can get some signals on the 1 minute chart. Okay. This could be an entry signal here, so I think we'll go ahead and hop in. Post there. Alright, we are in. Oh man, I need to set this up so that you can't see my trade screen and this one at the same time. Now this is the trade screen. Looks like it's wanting to go against us the very second we hop in. Let's see if I can make another screen. Main. We can see this and the screen I'm looking at here. Go ahead and keep an eye on that for me while I do that. Okay, looks like we're back to breaking even here. Oh, you guys don't need to see this. Trade screen, there we go. All right, at this post, if we're still up, let's go ahead and maybe close it out, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna lock that in, that looks good. I don't care if it keeps going up. I think our mindset with trading right now is, take profits while you have them. If it keeps going up, whatever. Um, no one's ever gone broke by taking profits, so I believe that's a quote by Marcus Heitkotter. Heitkotter? Yeah, that was good. I'm happy about that. All right, so let's go back here. All right, I'm working on. Hmm, oh, I guess you're just gonna have to watch me make this real quick. We'll keep an eye on our chart though. You're getting an OBS Studios uh, tutorial right now. That somewhere. Not seeing anything on our chart. We need camera. Not that big. And oops. Trade. All right, how do we want to? Put that one on top. Don't worry, we're still keeping an eye. We could probably just make this fairly big. This over here, since bigger chart isn't gonna matter as much, I would assume. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll see if we can make it look a little prettier later. We'll just put a big picture in the background for now. Why is it so big? Sure, that works for now. Alright, so now you can see this a little better and this at the same time. We'll make that look a little nicer later. Alright, getting a little retracement back to pressure on the 1 minute and the possible 5. Looks like it's at a level here. I think by the time we get a sell signal here, this is probably already going to be touching the pressure, so we probably won't have a chance to capitalize on that at all. There we go, that's a little better. The beverage of the day is Melon Mania Rain. Not my favorite flavor, but it's okay. My favorite flavor is the white gummy bear. Okay, it looks like we have a possible Hydra setting up here. We actually do have a Hydra right here as well, so things are looking pretty bullish still. So let's see if we can find a bullish signal on the 1 minute chart. Give us a reason to hop in. And it could be that at any moment, well, I was just gonna say we could probably look for a couple points going back down to pressure here, but we've already, I mean, it's already gotten there. We do have a Hydra here, though. The Hydra here is kind of falling apart. We might be able to take a trade. Well, I just don't like taking trades when we're already kind of in no man's land here. I'm just going to go ahead and call in between the pressure lines no man's land. If we get a good post underneath these pressures, and I think that's a good opportunity to take a trade right there. Yeah, because I think, these are starting to spread out a good amount. Could indicate some sideways movement or choppiness for a while. I think it's probably best to wait for the market to definitively decide if it wants to go up or down, because it looks like it's just kind of staying at this level here. Welcome to the stream, to the one person that's watching right now. Appreciate you coming in and checking it out. Let's see. Got a Hydra. And I just don't like the idea of going down here yet. Go ahead and say hi in the chat if you'd like. I always say hi back. I always respond. It's a pretty small stream and it's a pretty small YouTube channel so far, so any little bit helps, and if you leave a like, that would sure help me too. So what we're doing here is we're just day trading the USD JPY US dollar yen pair. scalping rather. Do 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 do. Okay, looks like we are kind of rejecting off of the pressure here. I think we could possibly hop in and take profit when it kind of gets back up to this level here. Because this pressure is going to cross right here. I'm not going to. TNTs are looking like it wants to go down. Everything is basically saying, let's try to go down here on these indicators here. Getting kind of a bit of a gray dagger. We can close with these pointing down as well. That could be a good opportunity to go short here. We have plenty of room on the 30-minute chart to retrace back to pressure here. Price action always likes to try to go back to pressure. Back here, let me fix this. What's today, the 17th? There we go. That's our profit so far. There we go, got that updated. Oh man. Still working out a few of the kinks on here. Alright. Not getting quite the look we want here. Not yet. It's looking like it wants to continue the chop here. Not a fan. Not a fan. So kind of what we're looking for, what we're hoping to happen here. Honestly, the most convincing thing for me is if we actually broke underneath these pressure lines, had a bar close underneath here, and I think that would be, I would feel safest making a trade going short here if we did that. Just because when we have this movement here and then we start getting this chop here, this is getting fat. Hard to tell if it's not too hard. We just keep an eye on our charts, but it's definitely easier to see a signal to go short here than a signal to go long here just by looking at the chart here. Just something that's a little easier to see. Yeah, I was just looking at this and thinking maybe we could take a trade there. Yeah, at least take a few points. It works its way back to this level here. Or this level here. It's just not the... Yeah, probably could have... We probably would have closed that out right here if we had hopped in. Right there for sure. We're testing this area again. If we can get a post above the bodies of these candles, or just the whole of these candles, that would be convincing that it wants to keep going up. But if this bar closes anything the way that it looks right now, that's pretty much a rejection bar. Saying, nah, we tasted it, we don't want it, let's move away. It's actually a very strong rejection bar. Okay, things on this chart are just looking a little bit more and more convincing that we're going to start making its way down here. Yeah, there's just a level right here that it doesn't want to break through. If it does break through though, that could be some opportunities toward the upside. Do have pressure crossing the 1 minute chart. Usually, when pressure crosses, continuation of whatever's been happening tends to slow down. Man, I mean, if it does start going back down, I'm not wholly convinced that it's gonna, break through this level again, because this is just a choppy range. I mean, we might be able to get a few points going short here. Back to pressure. You know what? Let's give that a shot. Well, no. Haven't gotten in yet. I don't think I will. Not. Yeah, this is just too. Nah, I'm not convinced. Nothing in the indicators is really telling me to do that. Although it probably will happen. mean, if we zoom out here, I mean, that's we have a flag pattern. Okay, looks like it's trying to break through. That flag pattern was more of a bullish type pattern. It looks like it is working on it with a Hydra here. Okay. All right, at the, ooh, I was just gonna say at the 1 minute post, we'll go ahead and hop in as long as this Hydra is still there. TNTs look good going up. All right, let's go ahead and hop in. All right. So this is our trade right here. Let's see what our P&L looks like. I need to adjust that. All right, this is good. We're moving. Wish I could make that look a little better. Okay. This is great. I think let's go ahead and close that. I'm happy with that. Okay, we are up. Oh man. I really need to figure out a better way to do this. Oops. Oops. There's the button I want. There we go. All right. That's our P&L right there for the day, which is great. That's really good. Now this one's all screwed up. Let's see if we can fix this. For it to actually show our P&L. Just the last trade. Okay, that works for now. All right. Well, folks, something I forgot to mention a little earlier is that this is based off of trading off of a $5,000 account. So basically, how we have this set up is our stop loss is the 5 minute ATR with the maximum stop loss being 10 pips. And so we basically are risking a maximum of 1% per trade. But yeah, with almost 80 bucks P&L for the day, that is a little over, that's about 1.6% return on the day, which is phenomenal. If we did that every day, that's a little over 30% return a month. If you're doing that, you're getting rich quick. Yeah, and we pretty much, I mean, we took a trade going from here, closed it out pretty much right there. So we pretty much milked that movement for all it had. I mean, it could keep going up, but like I said, we're looking to get in and out pretty freaking quick. This could be a signal to hop in for a few points. Nothing's really giving us any indication that it's going to be going back down here. Other than that just fell apart. This is why I like to wait for the bar to pretty much, I don't know, to close. Like I'll hop in on a trade just before the bar closes just to confirm that the signal that we're currently seeing sticks around. Sometimes I'll wait till just after so I can see what the indicators do on the next bar. It just kind of depends on what's going on. Woo! So far we're 2 for 2 though. Depending on how this bar closes, if we go down, if we got this bar to post underneath this green line, then these would be committing to bear territory here, and we would have a Hydra. Red is on top here, oranges are pointing down, blues are half and half. That would be good indication that this wants to make its way back to pressure, and we could scalp a couple pips going to the downward direction there. So we'll have our, let's see. All right, it did not close underneath, but this one could. We do have a Hydra here, which is an indication that the price is going to continue going the direction that it has been going. And we did get a 5-minute post too, with the TNTs all showing that we're kind of hitting a wall here and we could go down a little bit. So I think at this point we are looking for this to post underneath and to hop in the train going down. Okay, not quite yet. And it could just very well be that it doesn't do it, that we just, get a little bit of a drawback here, and then it just keeps going up. That could absolutely be the case. I think it really simplifies trading when you think of, you know, think of it in the sense of like, okay, this is where the price is, this is what it likes to do. But it could do the opposite. I don't know if that made any sense at all. Okay, nothing there yet. If we get a good bearish bar, then we have a little bit of a gray dagger here. TNTs here are still saying let's go ahead, go back to pressure. But yeah, like I said, like just kind of thinking of what the price wants to do right now. And that's why I really like these indicators, because it really shows you what it wants to do. I guess you could use some kind of moving average in place of the pressures here, but that's not going to give you as much information. Okay, still not wanting to post underneath. In fact, it's looking like we might just continue this upward trend, which is fine. I am not looking to get in long though, just because these TNT lines are not telling us that's what it is really wanting to do. But yeah, but just think of in terms of, you know, what the price is wanting to do, or rather what the indicators are telling you the price wants to do, and then look for confirmation. So just a little bit more about these indicators. I mean, I kind of hopped in here without really talking about those too much. This line, well, this is a 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, 30-minute chart. This is called the pressure line. I got that on each chart. And basically we're just looking at how the price action interacts with this. Kind of a general rule, the price loves to go back to pressure and often works as a support and resistance. These orange and blue lines are called the TNTs. Oranges go in the direction of the trade, blues are inverse, except for the case where there's a cross like this, in which case the blues cross, that's a indication toward the direction that the thick blue is facing, but other than that, they're inverse. And then these work very similar, or move very similarly to an RSI. But what's nice about these is that there's some patterns that you can look for. And one of my favorite ones is Hydra. And it's kind of where the grays, the minors, these are called majors and minors. Grays and blacks are minors, green and red is majors. So I'm just pausing here because we could be getting opportunity to go long. Okay, looks like we just kind of went back up to this level here, and it's still a little bit unsure what it wants to do. But yeah, this, like I said, this works a lot like an RSI, but there's patterns that you can see, which I'll point those out when we see some more. Hmm. But yeah, just kind of going back to what I was saying, we're looking at how the price action interacts with pressure. General rule again, price always likes to make its way back to pressure. So in this case, I'm looking for a good signal on this chart to show that this is going to make its way down and touch pressure. But since we're in the middle of an uptrend, especially if we look at the 30-minute chart, we're also looking for a strong bullish signal to show that it's going to continue in that uptrend. And so, a lot of time when if we're just looking at this chart, it's kind of hard to know at what moment it's deciding to go down or go back up. And that's why we look at this chart. Because the indicators here will give us signals or indications, for the lack of a better word. Okay, if we get another bearish bar here, we'd have a good hydra here to where we could take a short position. Let's see if we can capture some of this movement from here to here. But it could be that we don't get that signal because we're just kind of stuck. We're just kind of stuck here. If you're watching, go ahead and say hi in the chat. Okay. Let's go ahead and hop in the post. Okay. So we're in. This is our stop loss right here. TNTs look good here as well. These are pointing down, orange is pointing down, blues pointing up technically, which is good. And I think in this case, we're just looking for maybe one bar. One good bearish bar here, and we could close it out. Okay, we're still just kind of hanging out at our entry point. All right, we closed it. I mean, that's good for, as you can kind of see, $6 here. That ain't nothing. Oh gosh. Sorry, there we go. So, all right, that added a little bit. And yeah, it could have kept going. I usually don't try to go for a whole lot when I'm taking trades against the overall trend. If I had stayed in this one a little bit longer, I would have gotten out as soon as we got a touch here. But hey, we'll take a couple bucks. Like I said, this isn't a massive account that we're trading with, so every little bit in the positive direction on the bottom line is Good. Okay, so now that we have interacted with pressure here, we keep an eye on this, and two things we're looking for: is it breaking through and closing underneath this pressure, which would indicate that the 30-minute chart's wanting to make its way back down to pressure, or is it bouncing off of pressure or rejecting off of pressure? That's an indication that it's going to continue in the direction of the overall trend. We do have a good possible gray dagger set up right here as well, which if we get a few good bullish movements here, this will snap up, this will snap up, and that's a good signal. And over here, we're looking for the bars to close above pressure here. And if we can get that with some kind of signal in the majors and minors here at the same time, that's a good opportunity to go long. I think in any case, it probably is going to want to go back up here and test this level. But we don't know that for sure. That's just kind of my guess. So again, we're just keeping an eye on this. It does look like we're losing momentum in the upward direction on the 30-minute chart. What time is it? We have a 30-minute post in just over 6 minutes. Which will be the 8 o'clock post, which is usually a lot of times at 8 o'clock, big movements happen. Okay. Bullish Hydra. If we can maybe get a little bit bigger bar here, we could be setting up gray dagger, going into the trend, direction of the trend. I am going to tee up a long trade here. Ten seconds to post. I'm going to wait and see what happens. Not quite the pattern we were looking for here. Not quite. And this Hydra didn't quite set up too awesome. Oops. I would have liked to see this break through this blue line a little bit stronger. If you're watching, thanks for joining me, doing some day trading. Go ahead and say hi in the chat. Say where you're from, or if you have any questions. As you can see, it's a small stream so far, so I'm I respond to messages in the chat. So, and yeah, I'd love to be able to grow this stream so I get better at trading. Something that would help me is if you left a like, if you appreciate what we're doing here, leave a like and say something in the chat. Okay, still doesn't really know what it wants to do quite yet. Okay, we're just kind of in no man's land. Looks like it's doing a similar thing that it did right here, just kind of consolidating. We were able to take advantage of some of this movement in this big green bar. Okay. Zoom out just a little bit here. Zoom back in actually. I kind of like the idea of hopping in, going short here. It's just the only thing keeping me from doing that here is we are working on breaking this level on the 5 minute, and what could happen at any second is that this could just shoot back up and reject right here. But if we get a close here, then that is possible indication that it wants to continue to go down. Have a bit of a hydra, but I don't want to get in on that just because this bar was not continuing to go down. So this will probably make its way back up to pressure here, possibly. Okay, this is development here. So this is probably going to post. I'm not looking to get in on the post. I would much rather prefer to see what happens to the TNTs here. Okay, so we're getting half and half on the TNTs, but we do have a good Hydra. And so I think that gives us permission, I guess you could say, to look for a bearish signal to hop in. And we did actually just hit the half-hour post too, so this is rejecty toward the upside too. So I think we're going to start making our way back down to pressure here on the 30-minute chart. So just at this point looking for signals over here for us to go down to make a sell. As far as these blues go, I mean, if they're going to be facing in different directions, I would want the blue facing in the direction of the trade as opposed to the other way around with these. And same thing with the oranges. So again, oranges, the signal is the direction, wherever they're facing is the direction of the trade. The blues are inverse, but where these are all going in opposite directions, you're going to give more weight to the thin orange, and if the blues are not going to be pointing in one direction, you prefer to the thick blue is pointing the direction of the trade as opposed to the thin blue. Okay, it looks like we're just kind of doing some steady eddy movement here. We might look at. This is kind of another one. I mean, this is all looking really good as far as making its way back down to pressure here. I mean, that's 10, 20. That's about 30 pips worth at the moment. So there's a lot of room to move down. I mean, I could have actually taken a trade here just off of this. It might even worth cutting our position size in half and doubling our stop loss just based off of this and seeing what kind of movement we can take advantage of here. It's just tough because right here we're just kind of stuck in bare land. There's not much for it to, not much opportunity for this to actually give us a signal. I guess the strongest signal we could hope for right now would be, at this moment at least, is for these miners to snap back down toward the majors, with the majors pointing down when that happens, which will probably happen after this post. Price is still moving. Woo! That's my neck that just popped. That was great. Okay, let's see what happens to the TNTs at this post. 5 seconds. They didn't really change. We did post with this Hydra. So still liking the idea of going down here, especially with these oranges pointing down and these pointing down. This is about to cross. Oh man, I just know that as soon as I get in here, it's gonna go against me. That's just how it works. As soon as I get in, boop. So that's why I want to see something in here. It's really convincing me to. really convincing me to go down. But if we had hopped in here, as of now, we'd be sitting at about 12 pips. Really like to see something like this happen. Definitely want this orange pointing down. It is not pointing down, no snap. Ooh, we almost have a blue cross here, which that also gives us a little more confidence. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for hopping in. So we're day trading the US dollar yen pair. And we're really wanting to go in for a sell right now. We should have gotten in about right here or here, but we didn't. So now we're looking for a good opportunity to get back in, which we do have a possible gray dagger setting up here, which would be a good signal for us. Still have a lot of room to go down here. Still have about 25 pips from here to pressure on the 30-minute chart, so I still think we have a lot of room. I don't want to rush anything, especially since we're about 1.5, a little over 1.5% up on our account today. Not necessarily looking to lose our profits. Okay, so we're going to see if we're going to bounce off pressure here, make our way back down. And if we do, then we could look at hopping in. This looks like we're losing some momentum in the downward direction, but that could change. Okay. We could look at seeing if we can pick up a few points as it makes its way up to pressure on the 5-minute. Let's see how the TNTs look. We might do that. Yeah. All right, so we're in. We're long. We're going to see if we can touch this, just touch pressure here. As soon as we do, we'll close it. Hydra, bullish Hydra setting up. Oh man. Hmm. Darn. Well, we are. There goes all our profits. Dang. I should have got out as soon as we saw a sign. And it actually did touch pressure, but it touched it after the pressure bent down into it after it started going down. So mm, we weren't wrong about what was going to happen. Ah, darn. So we're basically back to square one. But this could actually be a good opportunity to go back in because I think overall we're still wanting to make our way down to pressure on the 30-minute chart here. And where this is rejecting off of pressure on the 5, I think that's good confirmation, or some more confirmation that we are going to continue downward for a little bit. So I want to see if we can get a good signal on the 1-minute chart before we hop in. Man, there's nothing worse than being correct about the direction, but wrong about the trade. We could actually just make this better. Sorry, I'm just looking at my streaming. A possible gray dagger setup. Yeah, we could just duplicate that. Okay, this is looking like it's wanting to continue. Teen T's are still looking pretty blah. Not quite convinced yet. Okay, well, while we're waiting for a little bit better setup, I'm going to see if I can do this a little better. I'm actually going to trash that. And we're definitely not looking at going long. Oh gosh, this is what happened last time. Ooh, we do have a Hydra. Well, not quite. No, we don't. We're not doing anything here. I was gonna say maybe we could look at touching pressure here again, but nah. Let's see. Duplicate main with MT4. Okay. Except we're just going to add you're watching the stream, go ahead and say hello in the chat. Say where you're from. Say what you like to trade, what kind of trading you like to do. Stocks, options, Forex, futures, swing trading. What's your jam? You know what? Let's switch it up. Put your favorite song in the chat. We'll pull it up on Spotify. And listen to it for a couple seconds, because otherwise YouTube is going to get mad. Not that I'm monetized and I'm too worried about that anyway. Okay, hey, this is some convincing movement here. Maybe wait for one more bearish bar here to post, which would give us a good Hydra. Let's add. Sorry, you're gonna see something kind of wonky for a second here while I make some adjustments to my streaming. Hopefully we don't miss anything. Put that right there. There. All right, that's better than what I had before. All right, so this is good stuff happening on the 5-minute chart. So we're about to post here. We post underneath these shadows on these candles. That is good. Really good indication that we're going to continue down. And then I think we could look at hopping in as soon as we see a bearish bar. Ooh, we didn't quite close underneath those candles. T&Ts are looking a lot more bearish though. And we have a really good possible gray dagger setup here. If we get a good bearish bar, which we are not getting. Man, it's just wanting to chop. We have a Hydra setup. Which is falling apart pretty quick. Well, to those of you watching the stream, I still want to see you put in your chat what one of your favorite songs is. We'll turn it on for a second. Do 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 do. It looks like I mean, this might just go right back up here. Just looking at the TNT, or not TNTs, the pressure. This could just be a small drawback while this wants to go back up. Thought about possibly getting in right here to see if we can pick up some points to touch pressure. But the TNTs are still looking more bearish than anything. We do have a Hydra here as well. Man, we have just really been getting a lot of moments of chop. Luckily, we were able to take advantage of some the movement right here, but this has just been pretty choppy. It's hard to find good opportunities when it's as choppy as it is. Especially where we started trading at 7 a.m. Mountain Time. I mean, we've really only have had these 2 bars to work with since we've hopped in. Those 2? No, sorry, these 3. So pretty much the top end of an upward trend. I mean, it could start trending back up again, but I still think this wants to make its way back down to pressure. Okay, we do have a bullish cross in the pressure here. Which means it might struggle with the idea of continuing downward. But we're not really going to know for sure because this is just hanging out in no man's land right now. And if we had gone in on the post based off of this Hydra, we'd still be in it and we'd be pretty nervous right now. I mean, to me, this is pretty much 50-50 if it goes up or down. We could get these to commit to bull territory up here. That would be nice to see. That would be some progression. Maybe showing that we still want to move up. This is just a small drawback. Okay, this is pretty convincing. This bar is no longer red. I think what we'll do is we'll see what happens at the post here. If this orange is pointing up at the post, or just before the post, we'll go ahead and hop in. It's pretty wiggly right now. Not sure here. This could just be a possible rejection at the pressure here. Yeah, this post isn't very convincing. I mean, it is posting above with the cross. We did get our half-hour post right here. We are pretty maxed out on the thick orange. This is the value of the thick orange that's pretty maxed out at the bottom, which could be an indication that we're at a level on the downward side that it doesn't want to go through, which would be consistent with what we've seen here with this open here, with this shadow pretty much rejecting everything underneath that. So I think we're looking at trending up again. If we get a good bullish bar here, we would have a Hydra. A bullish Hydra. But then again, other things we could be looking at here. We do have a cross, which is also an indication that we're going to struggle with the upward direction possibly for a little bit. Man, I'd really like to get some better looking opportunities here. It's just not really wanting to give us anything right at the moment. It's one of my favorite songs right now. It is Who Taught You How to Hate by Disturbed. Disturbed is such a good band. Okay, we are getting across, or not across, bearish post. Gosh, we're just here in no man's land though. I would really like to see a more definitive direction. I mean, we've just been stuck at this level. Okay, this is actually some good commitment. Gosh, this is just too ugly for me to want to do anything at the moment, though. But if we had gone in, let's see what that would look like. So let this be understood. Somebody taught you how to hate. When you live this way, become good to everyone. Yeah, we'd be pretty nervous right now. We had hopped in right here. Go short. When you live this way, become good to everyone. Doo doo, boo boo. Ugh, this is driving me crazy, dude. Come on, let's go somewhere. Let's go. Yeah, and probably what's honestly going to happen is that this is going to kind of continue. Although, here's a good gray dagger. We'll keep an eye on that. The TNTs actually look good for that. Kind of I wouldn't say it's, yeah, sort of. It's rolling around. We could possibly go in here. I actually like this. Uh, quick decisions. All right, we decided to hop in. So here's the trade. Stop. Stop loss. Ooh, right here. Stop loss right here. Let's see if we can actually 44. All right, that's our entry. And 14. This is our stop. Ah, yikes. PTs still look good here. This is widening. Still have room to get down. I'm not feeling terrible about this. Okay, we're breaking under. Let's go ahead and wait for this bar to close. We could look at getting out as soon as we touch this level. In fact, I think that's what we'll do. As soon as we see it touch that level there, we'll go ahead and hop out. Or right here. So that's just, okay. That was just the post of that bar. Alright, so I feel good about that. What did we end up getting there? 12 bucks. Not bad. So that puts us positive $18. Woo! We're making money, guys. Oh, that's upsetting though, because we were up 80. Gosh. Yeah, I feel good about that. I mean, next bar close, green, posted green. Green's on top here. Not a whole lot telling me that we want to stick around for that. But let's see. Just before we saw that, I was saying I think probably what ends up happening here is this just kind of sticks around here. I mean, it is making its way back to pressure, or more or less pressure is making its way back to the price action. So it's been making its way here. It's been pretty stuck here. So we'll probably continue to see some consolidation while these pressure and price action converge. It would be really nice though to see some good convincing just movement in any direction really, which can happen at any point on the yen, which is why I really like trading the yen. I think it's probably, I would say, it's my favorite pair. And let's see, I may have been mistaken about one thing here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so technically we've been risking 2% of our 2% per trade here instead of 1. So we've been basically just doing one lot with a maximum loss of 10 pips on a trade. It's kind of the max that we'd be looking at, but yeah, with one lot, maximum loss of 10 pips on a single trade, that's about 2% that you're risking. If you're risking just 1%, it'd be more around half a lot. Gosh, I still am convinced that we're going to see some stronger downward movement here. This, like I said, we're just kind of stuck right here. You know, I'm kind of looking. I mean, you probably can't see this very well, but this is a 5-minute chart. Right up until, I mean, we started trading right here. We were able to take advantage of this upward movement. Got some good number of points there. But we're just stuck. Stuck! Okay. 1-minute charts looking like it's giving us some commitment toward the upside. The 5-minute chart isn't really convincing me. See how this posts. This has just been so sideways. I mean, it's really hard to, you know, seeing a post above or below the pressure here as any kind of signal, just because, I mean, every other bar is posting above or below, and it doesn't really mean anything at this point. And either way, it doesn't really look like it's going to post above anyway. I mean, if it did, like I said, it doesn't really seem to mean anything at this point. Yeah, let's look at another pair here. Let's see what the UCAD's up to. Oh man, UCAD has been diving. Hmm. We could actually be getting. So it's been going down pretty strong for quite a while, and we're getting a bit of a pullback here. I'd like to see a good. Just gonna say we have a bit of a hider here, but that's not a good bar to get in on. We could actually be. I mean, this has lost a lot of strength in the downward direction. We could be looking at another retracement back to pressure. Something that we would be looking to confirm that would be seeing this 5-minute post above the pressure here. But T&Ts are still showing strong downward. What's the word? T&Ts are saying that it wants to go down. I guess a better way to put it is the T&Ts want the price to go down. The price will do whatever it wants to do. But maybe the T&Ts are maybe talking to the price action saying, hey, let's go this way. But the price action has a mind of its own. We could look at getting in here. Red still on top. Small gray dagger might be good to pick up a few points. The only thing I don't like, well, Right, 10 seconds to decide. All right, let's hop in. We're doing it. Ooh, didn't set a stop though. There we go, set a stop. Let's set that stop at trade 70 points above, 7 pips above rather. We'll say 90. Really? That's it? Okay. Ooh. Post is coming up in about 5 seconds. And we'll close it. Okay, cool. That was only a half lot. What did we end up getting there? $6? Okay. If we had done a full lot, we'd be more around $13 on that trade. Okay. So now our P&L for the day is basically a half percent for the day, which is still pretty good. Not necessarily what we're shooting for. I usually try to. I think the goal is to get at least 1% in a day, but considering we were at over 1.5 earlier today, still a little disappointing, I guess. But I mean, it is what it is. We're not losing yet. We still got 10 minutes. No, I like that trade. I mean, strong downtrend here. The orange was technically pointing down, maybe losing a little bit of strength, but oh man, we actually have a Hydra. TNTs looked good, had a good signal. Well, not the greatest, but this is okay to hop in on, I think. You know, and it might not be. I almost want to say we could almost hop in again here pretty soon. We do have a gray dagger forming. At the same time, we have a bearish Hydra. If we can get this to form, then we might hop in again. I think if we do, we're going to do a really small position, just probably a quarter lot. Just because if we do lose, I don't want the little bit of profit that we have to just go away on the very last trade of the day. Looks like we're still losing strength in the downward direction here. And this is kind of interesting. We actually have, I mean, that Hydra's not looking so good, but a possible Hydra in the bullish direction forming here, which could just, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we at least went up here, but we're not gonna make that trade because, okay, this dagger's actually forming. Hydra's starting to look a little bit better again. TNTs look pretty decent. See, oh man. I should have got in. I still can. Okay, we're in. I'm really not looking for a whole lot here. Like I said, this is a really small lot size. This is only a quarter lot. Just because we're not looking to lose all of our profits in the last trade of the day. So yeah, this is teeny. Okay, I'm just gonna close it. I mean, that's really not a few cents. Yeah. Well, to the single person watching my stream right now, thanks for showing up. Go ahead and say hi in the chat. Say where you're from, or not. If you don't want to do that, tell us what your favorite song is. We'll put it up on Spotify for a little bit. I don't think we're going to be getting in any more trades. Typically stop trading at 9 o'clock. If we had stayed in this one a little bit longer, we could have gotten a few more points here. Let's go back to the yen. Yeah, it is stuck. It does not want to do anything. Euro US dollar. All right. There's been a lot of movement we could have played around with there. UCAD still going down. This would have been a little bit scary if we'd stayed in though. But we're looking at this chart now. Yeah, let's see. Right here, we could have gone in on this Hydra. We could have picked up some points right here for sure. Let's see what else. What's going on the CAD? Or it's not the CAD. Euro US dollar. Another Hydra. Right here. Definitely could have picked up some points there. Probably wouldn't know. Lots of bouncing off of this pressure here. There's probably a good number of opportunities we could have taken a short trade or even picked up some of that movement back to pressure. So yeah, I think the yen, let's go back and kind of look at what the yen did today, because that's what we were looking at most of the day. Oops, and whoa! Jeez, okay. So we started trading about right here. We did pick up some points here. And just a little bit here. And it's just been so stuck. It's still stuck. I mean, it looked like it wanted to break out, but now it's like, nah, we don't want to break out. We want to stay. We want to stay right here. This is home. A little bit of a development going on here. Possible gray dagger. Possibly looking to continue what it started here. This is possibly looking to try to go back down, break through. Ugh. In fact, our T&Ts are very, very bearish right now. If we close here, we might look at getting a couple points here. Oh no, the T&Ts are still looking very, very bearish. I mean, maybe we could maybe try to get in. I mean, obviously we'd want to see a good signal here before we hop in, but maybe from here to here could be some points we could pick up. There, fix that. No, it just wants to go back up. I mean, we could possibly pick up some points from here to here. I mean, that wouldn't be very many. We do have a Hydra. I mean, we could hop in on that. Gosh, I don't really want to. Yeah, we'll see what would have happened though. There. If we did get in here, we'd probably just close the trade at the post. And close it. I mean, that's really not. Yeah, I mean, we half a point maybe, half a pip rather. I mean, it's not nothing. Probably wouldn't have wanted to stay in just because, you know, pretty much touched this level that we drew here, and it's probably going to want to go back down again. All right, how many trades did we take today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 trades. Okay, that's about kind of what we would expect. I find that with this strategy, it gives us about 4 trades per hour. So I've been trading for 2 hours. We're at 7. That's pretty much right there. And we're up. We're up for the day. Only about a 0.5%, and even less after taking into account what commissions are. Although I think this P&L actually does take into account commissions. I mean, we'd have to. Yeah, I think it does. So, yeah, 0.5%. If we did this every day, it's about 10% return every month, which is, again, phenomenal. Although we'd like to get closer to around 20. So, hey, we'll take it. Well, thanks for watching. I think we're going to go ahead and end, and we'll see you next time.